Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. Listen, I know the last 3 videos or so have been talking about either Chris Tyson or MrBeast, but we gotta keep going, alright? We chasing Benjamins, okay? I'm trying to, this is food for thought. We chasing a bag, so hashtag call me a milker, bro, because I'm about to, talk about this situation even more because I feel like it needs to be talked about because I'm genuinely surprised that it took this long for people to start finally talking about it. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna hop in, throw myself into the ring, get knocked out in the 3rd round, and give my opinion on this. So grab a drink, grab your Dunkin' Donuts kiwi watermelon lemonade refresher, hashtag sponsor me Dunkin', and some food, some popcorn, whatever it is, because we are going to dissect a lot of this. So let's start. If you are new, by the way, before we actually start, subscribe. Thank you. So about a week ago, not the actual song here, a video, basically a documentary dropped called I Worked for MrBeast, He's a Fraud. The video has 8 million views in a week and essentially, gives MrBeast some serious allegations that he needs to talk about, give an explanation for because, like I said, the fact it was thrown under the rug for so long and it's now being talked about is kind of crazy. But the big points in this video are essentially, him saying that MrBeast does illegal lotteries, rigging competitions, employees that are always winning in these competitions, promoting gambling to kids. He also changed the ingredients to Feastables, which, by the way, he always promotes it saying it's a healthy alternative compared to what's out on the market, when in reality, it's even worse. Like, you might as well just drink a Dunkin' Donuts refresher. Hashtag sponsor me! So MrBeast's PR team responded yesterday on Twitter with a very, very long thread here. It's a very long yap session that I will be reading to you, alright? This dude's name is Chucky. Excuse me, what the hell? He's the co-founder of @ViewStats, also runs MrBeast Ideas and Thumbnails team, love data and making great videos. I quickly want to debunk some of the info in this video since the guy who made it was on my team. This is not going to be quick, this is a very long yap session. It was my decision to fire him for erratic behavior. He worked at the company for less than a month and wasn't an employee for most of the videos he mentions to have knowledge on. There's so much in this video I want to specifically address him, saying our videos are fake or staged because this is not true and I was on set for many of these videos. So as I sit here and read that first paragraph, I'm thinking, alright, he's going to show receipts, behind the scenes footage, maybe some messages that are going to be absolutely blurred out to the brim, but at least some kind of proof, right? Right? You won't get in a video unless you're family or friends with someone that works at MrBeast. This is a wild statement that can easily be proven wrong. There's probably hundreds or thousands of people who have no affiliation to friends, family of MrBeast employees. Think of the 456 people in Squid Games, ages 1 through 100. Jimmy doesn't know more than like a dozen people. That's cap. Jimmy definitely knows a lot of people, right? Wasn't he like on a live shoot with Kyson not like a long time ago at this point? He definitely knows more than a dozen people. You can't sit here and practically lie to my face and say that MrBeast doesn't know more than a dozen people when you're clearly lying. He has been around and knows so many people, okay? You can't tell me he doesn't know just a dozen people. There's no way. The train track was CGI. The bus wheels are CGI. The pit is fake. He acts like he's exposing us for using CGI to make backgrounds look cool when we have done multiple public behind the scenes videos with soccer speed? I don't know how to say that. Showing this. It's clearly not a secret. On top of that, we did drive buses in that pit, and same with the train that you claim we didn't. On the whole CGI stuff, I actually don't really care. This is a YouTuber here who can spend millions of dollars to make a video look really, really nice. If he's using CGI, that's fine. A lot of movies use CGI too. I feel like people that can't tell the difference between CGI and reality are probably children that watch his videos. I just don't care that he's using CGI in his videos, alright? So much shit gets used for CGI. It's like, oh, okay. Well, like, that's not even a valid point. Like, sure, I know he goes on podcasts and say, yo, my videos are 100% legit. Meanwhile, he's, using CGI for added effect or whatever the hell. Like, I just don't care. The raccoon was a paid actor. I don't even know what to say about this. Clearly not an actor, LOL. That was just a small, probably a joke from his video. Like, get to the bigger picture here. There's so many other serious accusations that you're not talking about in this thread, bro. Island costs more than $1. Not true. We did pay $1 for this island. You can Google MrBeast purchases Outer Banks Island for $1, which stated this before the video was released. This might be the only true thing to come out. If you Google that, yeah, there's a bunch of articles of him saying that he bought an island for $1. So yeah, that is true. He moved into a mansion 2 months before being in a video, $1 million mansion. He talks about how 2 months before we filmed the first Mag video that he moved into a mansion. Mag was staying at a friend's house, and I'm not sure how that proves anything or why it's relevant. This wink was added in post. Bro, he really did wink. This is a flat out lie again. Once again, small points that, he's just going at because he can attack those while not really, going at the bigger picture here. Like, why should we care that a wink was added in post or not? Talk about, the illegal lotteries, or faking signatures literally live on stream. The revenge storyline was added in post. He implies 42 and 58 was scripted and not real. The contestants themselves have talked about this on streams they did after the video. They legit did not like each other. He also claimed 58 was on the far opposite side and didn't hear him. Just because he was on the other side of the room, you don't think 58 heard him yell? How on earth would he know? Could you show us like a clip under this thread about, saying that they actually didn't like each other instead of just, saying here? Because most of this, I have to assume I just gotta take your word because you work at MrBeast. Like, so far, this is just a whole lot of yapping and not really, giving me some screenshots, maybe a video clip, just something. But this is just yapping. Like, I gotta assume I just can easily take your word. No, I need to see some, proof. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not random subscribers. He claims our 100 boys vs 100 girls video is scripted, and the proof is a random text saying it is. That's it. It was not scripted. Jimmy probably had countless people on set for that video, and it would have been impossible to hide. This video was not scripted. I was on set for this, and there was no bias for who won. He also implies the view is fake because we have some employees on each team. The employees in the video were there to fill in for people who were tested sick on last minute right before filming. Thea, Jimmy's girlfriend, mentioned this on a podcast over a year ago. If it wasn't for the sickness, they would have not been in it. They had the same money on the line as everyone else. Some random text of someone thinking it was rigged doesn't mean it's rigged, lol. But I feel like he could have been transparent. MrBeast could have been transparent here and be like, hey, I got some employees here. They trying to make a little bag here. But everybody else is random because, like a little shout out, be like, hey, look, there's an employee on that side. Oh, look, there's another employee on that side. Like, being transparent would have been nice. Also, if it was mentioned in a podcast over a year ago, can you, put it under the thread of this long-ass tweet you got here so we can see it as, actual evidence? Because, like I said, it's just a bunch of words. He also suggested the real-time video was fake. This is not fake. It was a nightmare to make this video, and it was legit filmed in 10 minutes. Also, I think some of the MrBeast giveaways are fake. We do not fake giveaways. I've been hands-on with some of them and have personally been the person to connect winners with our accounting department to get paid. You also suggested we didn't spend $1 million on Samsung phones, and I can assure you we did. Another lie from you. So then talk about how people faked his signature during a giveaway for 40 million subscribers then, huh? Why aren't you talking about that? You just mentioned that they aren't fake apparently, and I'm supposed to just take your word on it when there's so much evidence that people faked MrBeast's signature for a $40 million, clothes giveaway, merch or whatever. I could keep going, but I don't want this to be long. Buddy, this is already long enough. At this point, you might as well keep going and drop more evidence because at this point, you went for the smaller points that you could easily attack, but not the bigger picture. Dawson himself said on Reddit that he was on shrooms and weed when filming this video, which might explain some of the made-up stuff. Dawson was only employed from March 25th, 2024, and was let go on April 19th, 2024, so basically less than a month. He was on a 90-day trial, and we ended it early and paid him out to June 25th as we guaranteed the 90 days of pay so he could transition into a new job. I'd appreciate if everyone reading this could help dispel all this fake rumors by spreading this info. That was a very long yap session, and honestly, it's just a bunch of yapping. Just because he works at MrBeast, people are just gonna assume, he's spitting facts and saying the truth when he could easily just be getting paid just to say shit like this. This is the best reply that basically, how I feel essentially when reading all of this. It says, fake signatures, fake lotteries, rigging competitions, employee who keeps winning, promoting gambling to kids, changing ingredients in Feastables to make them very unhealthy, and rigging the chocolate factory competition, being exposed for the hide and seek competition, and more. All had evidence. You responded to the most mildest criticism and jokes. Basically how I feel about all of it. And Dogpack actually responded to this very long thread with another long ass response. Alright, they're going bread for bread on long ass responses. Jimmy doesn't know more than a dozen people. You expect people to believe this? How many people do his employees know? Who was the contestant in Train vs. Pit? How about Lambo vs. Shredder? How did Ava's cousin Justin get into the Chocolate Factory video? Or Della Vlogs? You acknowledge that the contestants were not random subscribers, but refuse to acknowledge acknowledge the clear rigging which can be seen multiple times on camera. Please watch Upper Echelon's video analyzing case law regarding this rigging. Also, I've now heard from people on the boys team that they were fed much later than the girls and that the production was clearly favoring the boys. And now Dogpack aka Dawson got a cease and desist, okay? He posted this on Twitter and it's a very, very long thread again, but I'm gonna give you the summary here. Apparently his number got leaked from a MrBeast employee named Kaylee, and he's been getting texts from former MrBeast employees, and that James wants to have a private investigators following him around and looking to like his family's social media accounts, a way to try to discredit him on drug use accusations. To be clear, some people can't tell when I'm joking. I've never been a drug user. Weed makes me anxious. I've tried microdosing shrooms for depression/anxiety a week over 3 months ago. Honestly, the taste just made me sick, so I stopped. Wouldn't recommend anyone to use illicit drugs, but I'd consider myself an advocate for psychedelic research. Don't really care to fill out everything I say through lawyers and PR people. Sometimes I say dumb shit, but my video was well researched. I'd obviously rather MrBeast just focus on disproving the evidence than trying to publicly destroy my character with baseless drug use and mental health accusations, but it appears that's the only option they have. Also, I literally smoked 500 cigarettes before writing this. And yeah, honestly, I really do recommend watching the Dogpack video because it's a really, really good video, well thought out, well researched. Yes, he do have his small points and makes his jokes, but the big serious accusations has a lot of evidence backed up to it. Like I said, I really do hope MrBeast responds to all of this because, one, I really do doubt it, okay? Low-key, I doubt he responds to all of this. And if he does, it's a PR, okay? Some PR motherfucker is gonna respond on his Twitter account saying, actually, guys, I never did fake my giveaways or fake my videos. All my videos are legit and shit. And there's a whole other mess. But I will be covering it if he does respond. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave the video at that. If you are new, please subscribe. It would mean a lot to me because we on this grind. We chasing Benjamin's chat. And also, you know, I'm taking advantage here. So many people are talking about this. I just want to throw my head into the ring and start talking. And yeah, that's about it. Peace. One last thing. Dunkin' Donuts, please sponsor the fuck out of me, okay? Please!